so sorry to have ditched you in front of the museum. I decided to go and catch the Caterpie I was talking about in the last part. Once again, I got pretty lucky. It only took me a few tries to find one. I thought the 5% would be rarer than that, but I guess not. And once again, it takes me only one ball to catch it. Yeah, I'd say my luck is running pretty high in this run. That's good so far. 2 supposedly rare Pokemon, 2 balls, not much time spent looking for them. I'd say that's... yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this is turning out, but I gotta say I'm gonna need that kind of luck later on, because I want an Alakazam on my team, and you all know how catching an Abra can be a pain in the ass, especially when the one you intend to use as a sleeper only learns its sleep move at level 55. That's really a problem. Oh yeah, I think I remember that guy. He says, even if you raise weak Pokemon, it may turn out good in the end. It's obviously a reference to things like Magikarp, like that other guy there is talking about, but Magikarp is pretty much in a class on its own. Well, to be fair, Gyarados wasn't all that impressive in Red, Blue, and Yellow, and it downright sucked in Gold, Silver, Crystal. It wasn't until the 3rd generation that it began coming into its own, but that's not the point. The point is, would you really want to raise an unknown or a love disc? I mean, nothing good can happen with these, but I digress. Anything goes in game after all, even stuff like Leaky Tongue. And oh, wait, after Moonstone fell on Mount Moon, isn't it supposed to be plural? That really sounds like Angrish to me, you know? The Rock Solid Pokemon Trainer. Rock Solid. Yeah, that's Brock, alright, for sure. While I'm on the subject, there's one thing about that gym that I don't really understand. You know, it's supposed to be a rock gym, but Brock has 1 underling, and that underling uses 2 mono ground Pokemon. I thought it was supposed to be a rock type gym, but I think maybe it's a bit redundant to have ground and rock, both of them as types, because I mean they sound pretty similar. They even share 2 common weaknesses. That makes for Rhyperior not being such an awesome defensive Pokemon as it was supposed to be. Same for Golem, but the fun thing is that offensively they're so far apart that a ground move and a rock move, put them together and you got one of the best combos in the game for type coverage. Of course, that's where edge quaking comes from. In the previous generations you had to resort to Rock Slide, which was a little on the weak side, so it only became really common with the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Oh yeah, now I'm trying to go to Route 3, but this guy is trying to shield Brock's gym and he's gonna take me there. That tune's pretty catchy, huh? I think it's called Show Me Around, or maybe I'm thinking of a similar tune in another game, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. Okay, now finally we're going to Brock's gym. Hey wait! Where'd that guy escape from? There were walls all around the place and he wasn't there anymore. What the hell? Okay, here's another staple of Pokemon games. There's this guy at the entrance of each gym that pretty much gives you a tip on how to win in that gym. Here, for one of the rare times, it's not a tip on type advantage, it's a tip on how to gain an edge by sending the right Pokemon at the beginning of the battle, which back then was useful, but of course now I think we're all very experienced players and we all know that already. Duh! It wouldn't be a surprise for people to have figured it out before then. And this is one of the most popular lines in the game, the whole light years thing. Not as popular as the shorts guy, but it's still one of the more fondly remembered ones. The joke's even been recycled in various media. I can name off the top of my head the Stars special of Family Guy. Oh, and you gotta love this. Vine Whip has only 10 PP. 35 power, 100 accuracy, 10 PP. I mean, let's look at moves that have 10 PP. Thunder, Ice Beam, Psychic, Vine fucking Whip. What the hell? I mean, in Diamond and Pearl it was increased to 15. It was increased by 5 along with Absorb, Mega Drain, and Giga Drain, but 15's still not enough. It's basically a grass-type tackle. What were they thinking? I can already imagine all the backtracking antics in Mount Moon with all the Geodudes that would completely wall me if it weren't for Vine Whip. This is going to be so fun. Okay, now we're going to be fighting Brock. And this guy is going to be easier. If you noticed, I needed 2 hits to take down that guy's Diglett and Sandshrew. But here we're talking about 4-time weaknesses. I don't really know how to say it orally. I mean, I write it a 4x weakness, but I'm not sure it really sounds right when spoken out loud. Oh yeah, the gym leader music. That one is another really great one from this game, and I think it's really good remix material. Hey, look at that Geodude, it looks like it has a toupee. That pretty much follows the trend of red and blue sprites really not looking like the Pokemon they should represent, and a one-hit KO already. Anyway, I was talking about the music. I'm really surprised no one even bothered remixing it, because yeah, what the world needs most is yet another rendition of Terra's theme or Ice Cap Zone. I mean, come on! Oh, and you gotta love this too. Onyx didn't even attack me. It tried to use Bide. Yeah, try to bite a freaking Vine Whip. You're not gonna survive that. And since it used Bide, I think Bide was the prize for winning at this gym. I mean, sure, it's the first gym and all, it shouldn't be something like a good move like Rock Slide, it'd be overpowered at that point, but Bide, and yeah, there was a Bide TM at that point, that's really stupid. Almost as much as the Water Gun TM. Yeah, there was a Water Gun TM too, but you'd think that they learned from their mistake and not put any more really crappy moves in TMs or move tutors, but then they come back in Platinum with Twister. Fucking Twister. I know I couldn't believe it when I saw it at first. I mean, sure, the Emerald move tutors were shit for the most part. There were only the elemental punches that were decent, but other than that, there was crap like Snore and Mud Slap. But those things actually had some minimal kind of interest. Of course, they were not adapted to the metagame, but they still were somewhat interesting. Twister has 40 power and absolutely no redeeming feature. None at all. So once again, I am left wondering simply what were they on? Now I'm going to heal my team at the Pokemon Center because although Brock didn't land a hit on me at all, the guy before did with his Diglett and Sandshrew, sorry. Sandslash at that point would be ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to heal them, and after that I am going to end that part right there. And we'll be heading out to Route 3. No, not next time, because there's a little project on the side I wanted to do, so that has nothing to do with Pokemon, so stay on the lookout for it, and see you sometime soon in Part 7.